And welcome back to the International Desk. I'm Lynda Kinkade. I want to go to the immigration crisis in the US and the protests happening right now in Washington. Demonstrators are demanding protections for families separated at the US border with Mexico. This as the US House gets set to take its second vote in a week on immigration legislation. That's in a few hours' time, and it is expected to fail. It's all happening after a judge in California halted most family separations at the border and set a strict deadline to reunite the families. Carlos Garcia is an immigration attorney with his Texas Civil Rights Project. He has met with some parents separated from their children and joins me now via Skype from McAllen, Texas. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You've been to a detention center in Texas. You've spoken with parents who've been separated from their children, especially those that haven't even spoken to their children. How are they dealing with this?
Well, it's heartbreaking. What one woman told me was, I was searching for a dream and I found a nightmare. The one woman I talked to yesterday who hasn't spoken to her child for 2 weeks is obviously devastated. She doesn't know what to do. She's confused. She's going through the immigration process herself, and all she wants to do is be with her child and be reunited with her child.
It's been a week since President Trump signed an executive order to undo his separation policy, to stop it. And in that week, we've only seen 6 children be reunited with their parents. More than 2,000 are still in detention centres, many of which haven't spoken to their parents. One public defender summed it up and said, if someone at the jail takes your wallet, they give you a receipt, they take your kids and you get nothing, not even a slip of paper. What are these parents telling you about what happened when their kids were taken away from them? Why was there no documentation whatsoever?
No, that's correct. When they walked into the Border Patrol station here in McAllen after being detained, they walked one way and the Border Patrol agents made their children walk another way. Many of the parents asked them where they were taking the children. Unfortunately, some of the Border Patrol agents did tell the parents that they would see their children shortly after court, which we know wasn't true. I asked most of the parents if they got any information from the Border Patrol agent as to where their child would be or how to get a hold of them, how to find them, and all of them told me that they had no idea how to find them. Now, later down the process, they were able to make some phone calls. Some of them were, but not all of them.
It's absolute debacle. We've covered the case of one mother reunited with her son after she had to sue the government to make it happen. Legally, what can be done to reunite these parents with their children?
So we saw this order from the judge in California who just issued the order last night, ordering that the government reunify parents with their children. That can be done. Otherwise, the parents and the children have to go through the reunification process, but it makes it extremely difficult and almost impossible for a parent who is detained to go through that process with their child. So if that parent is detained, perhaps that child will have to be reunified with some other family member or wait until their parent gets out of detention, if they get out of detention at all.
Absolutely horrific. Good to have you helping some of these parents. Carlos Garcia, great to get your perspective. Thank you.
Thank you.